Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
Known worldwide for the beautiful sights of the Mississippi River, Memphis, Tennessee. Known for being the birthplace of the blues, Memphis, Tennessee. Known for being the home of Elvis Presley, Memphis, Tennessee. And for 50 years, the professional wrestling capital of the world. Expect the unexpected. Hello again, everybody. Randy Hales for the Power Hour watch along on August the 7th, 2023. Want to say hello to Greg Wayne, to Brooks, to Billy, to Gregory White, to Andrew Calvin Jr., my buddy, to Gerald Jones, and we're rocking and rolling with people rolling in here quicker than everybody. And now I'm going to have Adam Dunn roll himself right in here, right amongst us, shoot amongst the trees, and somebody needs some relief. That's old
Okay.
Jerry Clower joke, as a matter of fact. Here's Adam Dunn to say hello and tell you guys what we are going to see today afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It's the Power Hour right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're all over the place. And tonight, we're going to take a look at the September 25th, 1999 edition of the Power Hour. This particular show did not air live on Saturday morning. It aired about 4 p.m. on Sunday due to some NBC sports coverage. And this particular episode was joined in progress due to that coverage of a golf tournament on TV5. We'll see Kurt Angle and Wolfie D going against Chris the Dragon Cannonball and Derek King. James E. Cornette, Steve Bradley, and Sin will be out for an interview. And we'll see Angle and Wolfie kind of get into a confrontation. Lance Jade sneaks into the studio and he gets kicked out. We've seen that the past couple of weeks with Lance Jade. Brandon Baxter, he'll be around with an interview with Ali, who we saw debut just a couple of weeks ago. There's a handicap match involving Ali today on the program. Wolfie D walks out of Power Pro Wrestling. And we have a segment with Randy Hales and Too Sexy, Brian Christopher. And one and only time it ever happened at TV5, a cage match in the studio. And that'll be with Vicious, Vic Grimes, and Steve Bradley. And we will go off the air with that cage match in progress, Randy. So a very unique show today.
Yeah, put up Gerald Jones' second thing, and Adam, I want your input on this because I have not heard this at all. Gerald Jones says, did you hear about the other wrestling company that's going to be broadcasting on TV5 now, just broadcasting? Really don't know what just broadcast. I don't get it. Adam, you know anything about that?
I do not know anything about that. Maybe they can fill us in as to maybe there'll be somebody that's going to be on Channel 5. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, and maybe by broadcasting, maybe he means that they're not going to be live, they're going to be taped. I don't know. Haven't heard anything about it. Like maybe he's saying that obviously it's not going to be live studio wrestling, but it would be a tape. But yeah, it's so we'll see if we get some information in there.
Yeah, Gerald, if you have any more information, and he's tagging Whoopi on that. Certainly, I don't have anything about it. So just our thought process there. I wasn't expecting to read something like that, and we had to acknowledge it and say we don't know nothing. Neither one of them. We don't know nothing, Lucy. Nothing. Nothing at all. As we watch the Power Hour. What show number is this? Show number 76. And here we go. Expect the unexpected.
Vicious Big Grimes with me now. Jim Cornette, everything you say is a lie. Sin, I'm sick and
Hello,
tired
Scott.
of you coming out here making false accusations, telling everyone that I'm a wife, that I'm a beater, and that I'm a drunk. But tonight, as a new Daisy, I'm going to take care of both of you. Steve Bradley and Sin, you're going down. out. Hey, look out. Look out. Come on. Hey, come on.
Jim Cornette and Steve Bradley. Bradley with a chair, Cornette with a
Man,
chair
I tell you.
from behind. They're out here with Sin. Jump, Vic Grimes.
Come on.
Vic trying to do his interview here.
I've got enough of you, Cornette. Enough. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you now.
Come on.
I'll tell you what, Vic will be looking for him tonight. I guarantee you that,
Use
Dave.
AC Theater. This will be a different story.
4 o'clock next Sunday. Join us for the Power Hour right here.
Third watch an all-new episode.
Remember, this
One of
show
those
was
fights to live, the hunt
joined
for the
in
shooter
progress
begins. And in a high-rise
due to
surprise,
golf.
the victim
The
hangs
show
from the
was
20th floor.
shot
Almost
live
the
to
anticipated
tape
show
on
continues with an
a
all-new
Saturday
episode.
morning, the regular
Third watch
time,
at
not
7
aired
Central
to
after
Sunday
July.
afternoon. And to my knowledge, Adam, this is the first showing on a Sunday that we ever did.
Good holding. Cannonball's a huge, tough guy.
What a good-looking move. Body slam.
Joined
Man,
in
what
progress.
action to start off. Over the top rope he goes. What action today on Power Pro Wrestling on our Sunday edition. Corey Macklin and Dave Brown right here at ringside. Thank you for joining us. We're right here every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock right here on TV5.
Hey, don't forget, Power Pro's coming to West Memphis, Arkansas, Tuesday night. It's going to be at the National Guard Armory, 7:30.
Scott's Art,
Tuesday
hello,
night.
what are
Big
you
matches
doing? Hope
over there.
everything
And
looks
if you
good.
mention the code words, TV5
Gerald says
Power
no
Hour,
live
they will
studio
book the studio.
action
Yes,
because
indeed.
they're not a
You get
wrestling
only
studio
$5.
left in there.
$5.
Just
Yeah.
broadcasting
And they
on
got a bucket, too.
TV5.
That's right.
Have no idea who
Sale
could
right now,
that
keep
be.
it in. That's West Memphis, Tuesday night, National Guard Armory.
Very good. Into the ropes of Duddy. Double body slam. And
Scott's
down goes Chris Cannonball. A cover.
Says
Two
Corey
counters.
has
The
had
Jackets
it.
out of it at 2.
I don't know what that means.
With a right hand. Whoa. Cannonball finds himself bouncing back and forth. Oh, he slams Angle into Whoopi.
Yeah, Wolfie's standing there minding his own business in the corner. He had already helped out once, but
Look at
Cannonball, look at this. Drop back. Here's a cover by Kurt Angle.
Belly
Got a
to back.
1-2. Derek King breaks it up, and now
Look at Wolfie.
Wolfie is in there.
He's
And he
shoving
says-
Kurt Angle. What in the
He
world?
says, what are you doing? Pay attention over here. Well, you know, these two guys
What is
early
it with
on,
them?
when they were coming in, they were jawing at each other here about something. I don't know what, but they didn't appear to be happy campers at the time.
You know what, Dave? They remind me of my two boys. I tell you, they always try to do things together, and they can't get along. They're fussing and fighting and arguing. And these two guys almost look like brothers talking about Whoopi and Angle.
Yeah, that's
but they
true.
can't get along.
And, you know, a great tag team. Well, I guess, you know, one of it is both of them feels like that they should be Power Pro champions.
Yeah, they do.
And Kurt Angle is a former Power Pro champion.
Look
There's
at
a cover
this.
by Derek.
Derek King with a
Two count.
2 count, and that's all he's able to get. Mr. Personalities, boy, he reaches back and clobbers Angle, slams him into that top turnbuckle. In case you're just joining us right here today for the very first time ever of studio wrestling, a 12-foot steel cage is going to surround this ring right here in this studio today on Power Pro Wrestling.
And that Power Pro title, speaking of that, is going to be on the line. The new champion, Vic Grimes, puts it on the line against Steve Bradley, the former holder.
He ducks the clothesline. Angle
Ah.
comes back. Oh, slams down Cannonball. Derek King is out. They're both down. Fans chanting for Angle. Go, Kurt, go. He needs to go because he needs to get a tag over here on his partner.
He's struggling. He's headed for the corner. Can he get the tag on Wolfie? Yes.
He gets it. Here comes Whoopi D.
Chris Cannonball, Derek King, Whoopi D, Kurt Angle. A lot of excitement on a Saturday morning. It's when it was taped.
By Wolfie D. He sends
Whoopi
Cannonball
shoots
in the
Cannonball
Look at this.
in.
What a move. Look at Whoopi go.
He evolves his
Right into the
style, no
ring
doubt.
apron there, and in comes Kurt Angle. He's got him all
Julie
four in there.
Yates,
got some teamwork
easy
between
money.
Angle and
You
Wolfie
don't
D.
watch
Here
this
they
show
go.
too much
Right in the middle of the
lately.
ring.
Love to hear
That's what
from
these
you.
guys need to do if they're going to be an
Rod
effective tag team.
W.
Yes, sir.
Robinson saying hello.
Into the corner.
Greg says he can't find anything about it. I hadn't heard anything about it
Why did Angle
either.
get up today? I wish I hadn't heard the alarm clock.
PJ is in the house, of course, Julie, and my buddy Al Tuttle. Excitement here.
What is he doing?
Kurt upset set.
Kurt
with Wolfie for, I
Angle
guess, getting the
upset
hubcap, puts the
and
belly-to-belly on him.
suplexes
There's a cover by Cannonball.
Whoopi and causes Whoopi D to get beat.
Whoopie D. What is that about? He looks like a contender, right? To me, he looks like a real loser. Man, I can't believe that.
I can't believe that either. I mean, I thought they had just...
Now, Adam, Kurt is just so much better when he has that kind of personality. Don't you think he's a natural-born heel?
Angle took real exception.
No, absolutely.
The Wolfie's grabbing the hubcap, and the belly-to-belly on Wolfie left him vulnerable to either...
You know, 2 weeks in, I wanted to switch him heel.
Who got the pin?
And they wouldn't, Bruce said absolutely not, but either I got permission to do it or I just said hell with them. Did it anyway.
Speaking of weird, here's James E. Cornette.
James Cornette with former champion Steve Bradley and with Sin, who was involved in the action.
Just a couple of days was the anniversary of the 2 years from the time we lost beautiful Bobby Eaton.
First of all, Dave, back up and let them see the talent. Come on in here, Sin. Come on in here, sensational Steve Bradley, next PPW champion. Let me explain something. They banned Colca and Tierney from being in the studio today. You know why? Not because they thought they were going to interfere. No, because Randy Hales and all of Power Pro is running scared. Because they realize that if Steve Bradley's once again the Power Pro champion, things are going to change again. Well, let me explain this to you. Randy and all the rest of your cronies. Today, the organization is on a mission. We're on a quest. We're on a pilgrimage, if you will. And you know what it's for? It's for retribution. Now, in case you rednecks in Memphis don't know what that means, it's payback. And as far as you're concerned, Randy Hales, Brandon Baxter, Brian Christopher, it will never be over. It will never be over.
Is Cornette working, or do you think he has disdain for Dave and Corey?
But today we focus on Vic Grimes because you see, in order to run things,
As often as he mentions it, it kind of seems like there may be some truth to it.
well, I got news for you. Steve Bradley has the perfect plan.
You know, Vic,
I think
ever since the day I was born, I have always been the best at everything I do. All the kids in school hated me because I scored straight A's every time without even cracking a book. Every time
Gerald
I touched
Jones
the
says
football,
you won't
I
find
scored
anything
touchdowns.
as
And
of
every
yet,
time I
but
swung
it's
the
coming.
bat, I hit a home run. But you see, Vic, when you back Steve Bradley against the wall and you put me in a cage like a dog, I got a plan, and I always come prepared. And tonight, Vic, is going to be the most unlucky day of your life, because for the first time, I'm actually going to try. And I'm going to walk out of there, once again, the Power Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
And let me say one more thing, Vic Grimes, you got no compassion for your fellow man. You got no consideration for whether you break every bone in your body just as long as you inflict pain on somebody else. So today, Steve Bradley's going to follow the golden rule. Do unto others before they do unto you. And then you want to challenge a woman to get in a cage? You want sin in that cage? Well, be careful what you wish for, Grimes, because after Bradley's finished with you, you just might get it. And she can handle you, too. She has before many times and hated every minute of it.
Well, that's the raging word from Jimmy Cornette, Steve Bradley, and Sin, of course, out here with him. What? Something's going on out. Oh, no, they're into it out in the hall. That's Wolfie and Kurt Angle going at each other out in the hallway there.
I'm sick of it.
Tell him to take a break now. Tell him to take a break now.
Expect the unexpected. We start this Power Pro Wrestling show off. Joined in Progress, aired on a Sunday, taped live on a Saturday. Scott's Art says, wasn't Sin with Batista early in his career? Yes, in Ohio Valley Wrestling. I think he was called Leviathan, I think. I'm not 100% positive
Yes.
on that. Yeah. he's been very, very vocal. It's funny, very vocal about his dislike on that Leviathan gimmick, his dislike of being in Ohio Valley Wrestling, when other people, even Brock Lesnar and John Cena and Cody Rhodes and so many other people, just Adam, I figured out a long time ago, you can't please everybody.
West Memphis coming up at the Armory. Advance tickets on sale at the Pizza Inn. 7 huge matches. It's all Tuesday night. And hey,
Appreciate it, Gerald. We're glad that you love Power Pro Wrestling and USWA and the beauty of a couple of things. First of all, the viewing area for Channel 5 was so strong, and the uniqueness of coming right there from the studio, which is impossible to do. And the viewing area, Adam, how much do you think? 30% smaller, or maybe even more smaller than that? Because I'd be much interested in watching a show on Channel 5, no matter when the time period would be, but we don't get Channel 5 in Jonesboro anymore.
Yeah, so you used to have about a 150-mile range for Channel 5, but that was back when it was, just regular analog off air. Now that it's digital, it's a much significantly smaller footprint that it broadcasts. And you also have situations where you have channels that carry more than one affiliation because of them being digital. So in your case, even though K8 is, I believe, an ABC affiliate, since they carry NBC as well, it makes it where Channel 5 doesn't come into Jonesboro.
They also show the Fox station as well as Lance Jade snuck in. Gregory White said, I saw Batista on the latest Guardians of the Galaxy movie yesterday. Was it good?
Well, you're not invited here.
Hey, get out of my face.
He's worse announcer I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right, take
You're
him
the
out of
worst
here.
champion I've ever seen. That's the worst bet I've ever seen. Get him out of here. Nobody wants to hear that stuff.
Some belt he bought it. Hey,
Come on,
hey,
Lance.
come on.
Hey,
All right, get him out of here right now. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, security.
I think Lance
Take him out.
told us on one of the times he was a guest on this show, he did not clear that with me. Do you remember that story?
I do. I remember him saying that they
I
did
got
not
fired,
clear
right?
Yeah.
Let him back in.
Throw him out of there. He's an idiot.
I love Lance, but he was one of those that came in there, thought he should be the main guy.
Can we get him back in the back and get some help for him there?
What did he do, bust his lip or something?
That's just what he thought.
Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I tell you, this Lance Jade, what is this, about 4 weeks in a row we've had to put up.
Billy, that Mid-South Coliseum, how long has it been
Man, I tell you.
empty and not being in use at all, Adam? Would you think 20 years?
Yeah, you probably
15 for sure.
$4 somewhere. So here he is.
Yeah, probably about 10, 15 years. Yep.
Brandon Buxer is in the house and got a little company with him in the day.
I know they were using it 20 years ago because I graduated in it.
When is your 20th year graduation?
So I don't want to take up a whole lot of time.
This
But
year.
you hear the people. Everywhere we go, everybody's chanting, Ali, Ali, Ali. Just like that everywhere we go. And you know what that means?
Yeah. Lance, that's why a lot of the young guns like Brandon better than me,
Because he knows that we're coming
because
straight to you, Jim
he
Cornette.
really,
You play
his
Coco,
focus
you
was
stand
to
up
get
and you try to
the
protect Cornette,
young
he'll go
guns
right through you.
over,
Mick
get
Terry,
involved
the
in
same
that.
thing. He'll go
I
right through
created
you.
the
He'll be
division.
Power Pro champion. Because let me tell you this.
But he handled that because I didn't like messing with him, except for Derek.
By the time he's run through Bradley and Kolka and Tyranny and the dust
I
settles,
created
there'll
a
only
lot
be one
for
man
Derek.
standing there. You know who that'll be? That'll be Jim Cornette. And at
Yes,
that
I'm
time,
sure
I
Lance
asked Ali to
got
step
an
aside.
earful.
And when he steps aside, Jim Cornette, I'm coming to finish some unfinished business. And Jim Cornette, this man, he's a monster. He's after you. He's after your whole crew. And just take a look at what he can do when he's in the ring. Let's go.
Well, I tell you, he's certainly no little rascal, is he?
Nope.
He's a big son of a
We
guy.
were pleased to see that Ali Bishop
We do
Stevens
indeed.
on
Ali
Facebook.
steps in there. He has really looked good in the couple of unofficial appearances we have seen here on the Power Hour. Today,
Excuse me,
our
got the
first
sneezes.
official look at him
We were
in a
pleased
match.
that
Here
Bishop
come two guys.
Stevens,
I have no
Ali,
idea
was
who
watching
they
this
are,
show.
what name they go under,
He's
except I can tell you they're both wearing
shooting
masks.
a movie
Yeah, they're
right
both,
now. He's an actor now.
and
I've asked
neither
him
of
to
them
join the show.
Looks very well equipped.
That particular
size-wise
show, I told
anyway,
him that I would like
to deal
to
with
have
Ali.
Brandon Baxter be on the show with us, and Brandon and I,
Fans say it's the
because
debut
Brandon
of Ali
created
Sept.
that
Today
whole
we got a special
deal
presentation
and
by the
did
owner, the
do a lot
founder,
of the
the
creative
president
for
of Power
Ali.
Pro,
So I wanted
Randy Hill. Oh, Ali!
They're both out there
I wanted
discussing.
Brandon to
Ali
be on
very
the show,
patiently in the
so
ring. Finally, he says enough.
Ali,
He
Bishop
leaps out of the
Stevens,
ring.
has
Now he
to
rolls one of them in
complete
there and goes after him.
the
Yeah,
movie
he
that
throws
he's
him
in.
in, and Ali
Ali
slams
was
him with a
not
big
sent
right hand.
here by the
I'm telling you,
WWE.
standing next to
Somebody
this big guy, he
that
is
did some of the
big
independents
on
around the
He's
area. He
impressive.
lived in
He
St.
wastes
Louis
no
at the
time
time,
going to work on
drove
this opponent.
back and
No,
forth.
sir.
And now
He
the
caught
other
the
guy's in
attention
the ring,
of
both hands in the air. Ali turns, sees him coming,
Brandon, and
and
Brandon
pops him down to
pitched
the
him
mat.
to me and
Look that
went
big
ahead
boot.
and
That's got to be
hired
at
him.
least a size 15
Stuart
boot.
Elwood, what's going
I
on
mean
with you?
big.
I think Baxter may be onto something. I think Jim Cornette should very much be worried right about now. I know he's watching.
Ali had a
Monster
lot
somewhere
of
in the
fire.
back. He's got to be shaking in his boots.
As
when he
far
sees
as
Ali.
a new baby face,
Ali in the ring. This is a handicap match. He's
I
got
think-
two opponents.
can you name anybody
Right
in the Power
there on
Pro
the Power Hour. He comes
uh,
out of that corner.
time
Clothesline
that got
goes
over as good
down
as
to the
he
mat.
did?
And now Brandon Baxter says, "Go get him."
And he's getting him.
Joe, since I got to work
stacking
and
them up,
with
and
Corey
he's
Macklin
knocking them
announcing
down.
back in
He's
the day
picked
at
one of his opponents up.
ASWF Big Show in
Slams him
Batesville,
down.
Arkansas
Power
on the beautiful banks of White River. I got lost on the way back home from the
Ali
lake
showed
from
up here on Power Pro
Greer's
Wrestling
Ferry
a
last
few
night
weeks ago,
and
ever since we've
ended
tried
up
to
driving
find out
through
the deal
Southside
with
in
him. This
Batesville.
guy's just
As the
impressive.
big
He
win,
stacks them up. Yeah, gets the win.
Ali, a good
Right
crowd
on top of
considering
each
it wasn't a
other.
live show.
And
Adam,
the fans chanting Ali. What an impressive victory right here today on Power Pro Wrestling. We've got a Young Guns title bout coming up. The presentation from Randy Hales, the Too Sexy Brian Christopher, and the 12-foot steel cage match, all still to come right here today.
All coming up, but something else is going on in the locker room, Corey.
Randy,
I don't know what you're saying. Randy, I'm telling you, I'm not Wolfie anymore. You've known me a long time, and I'm not going to embarrass myself no more. I don't know. I don't have it no more. I don't know what it is. I'm through. I'm out of here.
Come on now,
I'm
don't be
leaving.
like that. It was that angle. And you didn't have nothing to do.
Hey, thanks for the work. I'm out of here.
We'll find out what's going on there. We'll be
Wolfie's-
back with more of the Power Hour.
Whoopi leaving Power Pro and quitting. Dave really didn't explain that. Corey tried, it looked like, but Dave kind of cut him off. Is that the way you saw that?
It's fun. It's exciting. It's loaded with stars. Bring Power Pro Wrestling to your town. The perfect sports entertainment to raise money for your school or civic organization. Call 870-932.
Yes, Adam didn't hear my question.
3028 today for more information. School leaders, civic group leaders, contact Power Pro Wrestling and bring the stars of Power Pro and the World Wrestling Federation to your hometown.
Ain't nothing like Power Pro Wrestling fans when it's in your town. It's going to be in West Memphis Tuesday, all around. You saw all of those a little bit earlier. It could be in your town just by getting in touch right there. Hey, we got Young Guns champion coming in right here, Robbie D. Robbie, a young man we have said all along had the talent and the tools to become a championship wrestler. And
Rest
sure
in
enough,
peace,
to stand here
Robbie
with
D.
the Young Guns title.
Hey, first of all, it's not about Robbie D. It's about the fans. It's about my fans that support me and give me the energy and inspiration.
Bruce
to do
Jackson watching
See, I'm gonna be
all the
the
way
total
from the
opposite
UK. Hey,
of Kid
Bruce.
Wicked.
All's well
DK.
here. Hope you're doing
I'm a
well
people's
as
champ.
well
I'm for the
as
people.
we are watching Power
Now,
Pro
today,
Wrestling
I got a
show
match against
number
Tony
76, September
Young
25th,
Guns Championship.
1999, on
He
our
should be
August the 7th,
going for the Owen Guns
2023
Championship.
edition of Power Pro
Frankly
Wrestling Once
speaking,
Along.
but I'm going to follow through with the deal because I am the champion.
There you go, and that's very worthy of you too. They line the opponents up, and the true champion says, "Okay, bring them in here, and I'll go get them." Here is the Young Guns Championship trophy. We'll put it right here as Robbie D goes to the ring and said, "Absolutely, bring whoever on. I'll defend against it." And Tony Falk, the opponent.
Yeah, I see you with the young. We don't have an old gun trophy anywhere. Here comes Tony. Tony Falk steps up on the ring apron, and he's got a shot today at the Young Gun title. He's been asking and begging and pleading, "Hey, sign me up. I want to be in Power Pro." Well, right here today is Tony Falk gets his shot at Slick Robbie D.
Well, a lot of folks are saying, "Hey, how come Tony Falk has a shot at the Young Guns title?" And here's one right here, I bet, is wondering about that. Mr. Personalities, the former champion, but the guy who could sing "Now I Am Not the Champion," Derek King.
Not for long. Listen, Dave, I was the best Young Guns champion ever. Robbie D tricked him.
I don't know about that.
Title from me last week. Him and Kid Wicket both stole the title. I should be the champion there right now. Last week, I should be the champion right now, not Robbie D.
Well, you lost the title to Robbie D, and that's all there is to it. And when you lose the title, you also lost your #1 contender status. Here's Kid Wicket.
What is really going on?
Little drama with the Young Guns division, Adam.
Tony Falk, a Young Gun. Tony, I would tell you to act your age, but I'm afraid you would die, son.
Again, a lot of folks not
Julie
happy about
Yates,
the
have
fact
you
that Tony has
seen
this
Tony
chance
Falk
at the
lately?
Young Guns title, including the two former champions here.
Rumor has it
Guys,
you've been
I tell you
cheating on
what,
me,
neither of you
Julie,
are part
with
of this
Tony.
match.
That's the rumor.
Yes.
Did Tony Falk ever pay Moses back that $3 he owes him?
Get on out of here. Both of you. Well, we don't want you interfering in the match.
No, we don't need you out of
Vito
Just
misses
take CB Wyatt and the nunchucks and
Slick Robbie
Tony
D.
and
So
Derek
do
and all
I.
of you.
Nice
Get
guy.
out of here. Come on.
Yeah. Tony Falk going after Robbie D. Tony
Falk
I know
was
you
a
can see it
veteran.
in his eyes, that Young Guns Championship. Slams Robbie D into the turnbuckle. Runs in and he misses. And Robbie gets out of there. Now Tony Falk backs him up into the rope goes Falk. Man, he got up on that drop kick. What a drop kick. Talk about a vertical leap, boy. He's got it. Robbie D with the body slam, bounces off the rope, over to the other side.
Derek King and Tony, Mr. Kid Wicket and Mr. Personalities over here, both of them tripping up Robbie D.
Hey, that's a 3 count. No way. No
What?
way. Referee raises the hand of Tony
No.
Falk.
Tony Falk, Young Guns champion. I mean,
Tony Falk,
come on.
same birthday with Eddie Marlin. Tony Falk.
We've been in your
will
corner
be
a lot, but that's not right.
birthday
No,
August the
you're right.
13th.
Yeah, Tony is ecstatic. He thinks he has just won the Young Guns championship here. Referee's restarting the match. Yeah.
Look at Robbie D. He bounces up 2 counts, a 3.
Look for a minute. Expect the unexpected that Tony Falk was the new Young Guns champion, restarted the match, and now chaos comes in. Barry King, and Kid Wicket and double teaming on Robbie D. Even though this show was joined in progress, it's exciting. We saw Kurt Angle and Whoopi D have their fall apart. Whoopi D walked out the studio. Excitement so far as a shorter version of Power Pro, and now there's Tony Falk helping Slick Robbie D as you hear the people chanting for Tony Falk. Fans just love Tony Falk. Again, Jim Cornette didn't think that he should be on the Power Pro TV, but as the same thing, he wanted Trailer Park Crash on TV, even though Tony was a better worker.
Here coming up, that's the cage.
Trailer Park didn't have a good look. He was younger, but Tony,
and then the Power Pro
the people knew
him,
the fans knew it.
Steve Bradley against Vic Grimes. Here's Randy Hale.
I didn't know we were back on the air. How long have we been back on?
Oh, not that long.
I want to bring out a special person today. If we could have the music and do our lights and that sort of thing, Too Sexy, Brian Christopher.
All right, where is he?
Too Sexy Brian Christopher made his debut here back on Power Pro's return, rather, on Power Pro last week.
Yeah, last week.
Adam, do you like it when we kill the lights or
A
not?
little different situation now.
Let me tell you what happened last week. And it was
I think it depends on the situation. I thought this was funny that this show was taped. Brian calls him something on this show, and it airs, and then the week after they bleep it out, and they could have bleeped it on this week.
I think the production people flew the coop as soon as the show was over, and we'll go silent and listen to this entire segment.
I know how you are, but you know, part of what you said last week I realized was completely true, and you've been I think the word could be legend in the Memphis area, and the people here love you, and you've had a great career. So no excuses, but I'm sorry if there's been a misunderstanding for us, between us, and I want to make it up to you. And that's why I came up here, and I know you've never done an interview right here, or we're at a different area, because I want to come up here and to show my gratitude. I have a present for you. You like Christmas, you like birthday, right? And this is for you. A brand new TV for your office and your computer room.
Oh, with balloons and all.
Show the present. Just, I'm sorry is basically the thing. It's not easy for me to do that. This is for me.
Kids today would look at that TV and think, what the hell?
So this television set here is a gift from all three of you?
Yeah. Because we all made bad judgments on that.
We did. We thought you were in here to cause real problems.
And I know the balloons are a little late, but at least we got them on there.
I can't believe this. You know, I really can't believe that you did this. So, you know, I can't just accept this without giving you guys something. If you could just stay right here, I got something in my car.
You don't have to do
Oh,
that.
don't worry. You know, you did this for me. I got something in my car right now. If you'll just stay right here, maybe go to commercial. And it's not wrapped, but if I can borrow this, I'll be right back with something.
Got something for
you.
all three of us?
Well, let's take a break then, but you don't have
I'll
to
be
do
right
that.
back.
Let's go
No,
into the
stay right here.
Let's go into the break right now.
Want to do that? Okay. We'll be back.
Hello, Mr. Terry Jones. Hope you're doing well. Hope the feed's good on your end. Rage in the Cage main event coming up on Power Pro Wrestling show number 76, September the 25th, 1999.
For free TV5 Power Pro Wrestling tickets, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to TV5 Power Pro Wrestling, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104.
Yeah, I'd love to have you join us right here. We're still waiting.
Go on hold.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
guess.
We're, I don't know what Brian's got. But
We got a cage match, cage to
Yep.
put up.
Here he comes right here.
Oh, here he comes.
You done come from behind.
Hey, guys. I ran out to the car, and I told you I had something for y'all.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
Appreciate it, man.
I'll tell you what. I want this to be a big presentation like this television set is. This is one of the greatest gifts I've ever got. Let me stand up here.
Okay.
Let me stand up here. I want everybody to watch now. I got to take my shades off here so I can see your reaction, because this right here is what I want to present to you guys for being so gracious, being so kind, and giving me this. So, Randy, it doesn't matter. Whoever wants to, it's mainly for you, so if you would, just go ahead and open it.
Okay, I appreciate it, Brian.
Hey, what is the guy? What is that? What is he doing? Look out. Watch the glass. Hey, come on. Be careful.
You see that?
What are you doing, Brian?
That's what I think of your step. That's what I think you're thinking.
Get you out of here. Get out of here.
What is that all about?
Get out of here. Hey, I want everybody to hear this. I want everybody to hear this because actually I was being political. For those of you that don't know Brian Christopher backstage in real life, you know it just as well as I know it, Dave. Nobody likes him. He's an egotistical maniac. And to tell you the truth, quite frankly, Brian Christopher is a Brian, I can't help it, Dave. Brian Christopher, you're a prick.
Oh, come on now, Randy. Come on, man.
That's exactly the truth. That is right.
Hey, look out, Dave. Look out. Randy. Hey, come on. What in the world? What has gotten into you, Brian?
Give me that. What'd you call me? What'd you call me? You want some too? Huh? That's what he is. I can't believe you try to buy me back. You try to buy back my friendship with a gift, with a soaring TV.
Come on,
I'm
Brian.
worth more than a television set.
Come on, man. It's a fault.
You lay there and remember this, Hales. The damage has been done.
Come on.
Take a break. Yeah, take a break.
Coming up, the cage match. We'll see some of it. Vicious Vic Grimes, sensational Steve Bradley for the Power Pro Championship. Jim Cornette at ringside.
Well, Steve Bradley has already gotten in the cage, and now Vic Grimes trying to get in. Bradley didn't want to let him in the cage, but all of a sudden, here he comes, Vic Grimes, Steve Bradley, and we are underway with the first ever Power Pro cage match right here in our studio today.
After many, many years of TV5 wrestling, the very first time history is made right here today on the Power Hour.
Aubrey's having trouble locking that cage. An exciting show on Power Pro Wrestling today, Adam.
One's up there.
Maybe you just barely see him through there. The red coat, that's there. Jimmy Cornette and Sin. At least they're out of there.
Yeah.
They are not able to get in and interfere.
And from a production standpoint, this may be why it's the one and only time it was ever a cage match on TV in the studio.
You couldn't have done it on a show that was live.
Former champion Steve
No,
Bradley
not unless it was like every match was in the cage or something.
Theater.
But yeah,
And
set up time and all
Bradley
that.
demands
Made it awesome.
a rematch. And Vic Grimes, well, they really attacked Vic. Cornette and Sin all got involved in it and attacked Vic. Vic says, let's put us in a cage. You two in the cage. Bradley says, I'll get in the cage if you'll put the title at stake. That brings us to right now.
Yes, sir. Look out. Man. Slams him down. Face first. Down goes Bradley. What a move from Vicious Vic Grimes. The big guy.
The studio, the whole thing it did, the cage looked huge. Jim Cornette and Sin, Stacy Cornette at ringside.
Because he was able to save the title week after week due to Cornette either getting him disqualified or somehow
using that tennis racket. He's went through probably half a dozen tennis rackets on Vic Grimes, trying to beat this big monster down, and Vic just won't let him do it. Look at this. Slams Bradley into the top of that cage. Clothesline and flips Steve Bradley, the champion, looking good.
He turned him a 360 with that clothesline. Bradley really went flipping.
Uh-huh. Vicious Vic Grimes comes off the rope. Oh, right across the way.
I remember correctly, Cornette was very upset after the show.
At that point, he needed to do something to take control back from the champion.
Thanks for joining us at our special time on this Sunday afternoon. We're back at a regular time next
And it was just not Vic. It takes two people in that ring and a referee. And Cornette just really bowed up big time on Vic. Went crazy, and I pretty much told him to calm down, and then we argued.
With the Louisville Slugger and just tears the thing in the
After he complained last week about the lack of respect, and we didn't call him and didn't wish him well.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
And then to blast Randy over the head with those lights, whatever they were, fluorescent bulbs that he found.
One of those back in the back somewhere in our storage area. Look at Bradley climbing the ropes up on the top rope. Whoa! Flips him out of the corner. You're talking about 400 pounds.
This cage made by Buddy Wayne.
Over that top rope. Bradley has got a 2 count, and that's all he gets.
referee Aubrey Wayne, and we have Greg Wayne watching the show, or at least he was watching at the beginning of it. The Power Pro Wrestling Watch Along on show number 76, September the 25th, 1999.
Trying to wear the big guy down, holding on. Oh, and Cornette's over saying something. You never know what he's saying.
No, but you know he's claiming that he's going to take control.
Greg is still with us. Hope everybody catches Greg on the Thursday night Wayne's World.
I don't think so, Mr. Cornette. We'll see how this match goes, though. Both the champion and challenger have really staggered each other here.
For the very first time ever, Power Pro titles at stake. 2 count. Right here from the studios of TV5 inside of a 12-foot cage. And what a fight between these two. Referee Aubrey Wayne's in there looking on. And there's a 1 count and a 2 count, and Grimes is up.
And this is it's a championship match for the Power Pro titles, so technically there's a 1-hour time limit on it. If the match should be continuing when we have to leave the air, you better believe we'll keep the tape rolling.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Power Hour.
I always thought that too, that it wasn't a big deal, because Dave kind of explained right there the hour time limit, that it may very well go over. It seems like it wouldn't have been that big of a deal for it to go over in the next week.
We do hope you'll be joining us for the Power Hour next week and every week.
You're right on that, yes.
Expect the unexpected, and today we got something we didn't expect at all with Brian Christopher. I'm telling you. Nice presentation.
Announcers doing a good job of recapping the show, Adam.
Didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, always.
Off the top rope, man, and Grimes moved.
I hope Team Hales is enjoying the Power Hour this week. All the regular crew, Terry and Gregory and Greg Wayne and PJ and Julie Yates and Al Tuttle and Andrew Calvin Jr. This is a very good match.
I agree with a couple of things that Randy said. That's just Brian. That's just kind of the way it is.
Slams Bradley into that top turnbuckle. Power Pro champion is Vicious Big Grimes. Look at him nail away on Bradley. He's slamming away on Steve Bradley. Bradley wrestles in out of New Hampshire. Been in Power Pro for a short period of time, but has made a lot of noise. He came in the first week and won the Young Guns Championship, and since then, he came in and won this Power Pro. Look at that.
Ooh, that didn't work the way he had hoped it would. I think Vic was going to take Bradley back with him, but didn't work. Now, Vic recovers, but into the referee. Oh, my goodness, Aubrey Wayne really goes down to the mat hard.
Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Aubrey Wayne just standing right there, but kind of a smack dab in the middle of the ring, and look at Grimes.
Grimes goes for the cover. Can the referee get over there? Grimes is counting himself, but that's not going
Very
to be
good. Power Pro show. Julie Yates do say she sure does.
Chris Cannonball out here in his street clothes.
Cornette telling him, get up there, climb up there. Here comes Kurt Angle. He grabs Cannonball, keeps him out of the action. They fight over towards this way, and out of the back door they go.
Angle doesn't want anybody to interfere here. I think he wants to see a champion, whoever it is, so he can get a shot at it.
And now Kevin Christian.
Cornette sending him.
All right, Alexander, how are you, baby?
And help Bradley out. He sees Bradley in trouble. Here comes Robbie D. Robbie. He grabs Kevin.
Oh, he's going to stop him. Kevin Christian trying to climb that 12-foot cage.
I wish he'd have fallen.
Robbie D comes out. He's going to stop Kevin Christian. They fight out.
Meanwhile, the match continues in there. Vic against Steve Bradley.
Cornette climbing the cage.
Oh, here comes Brandon Baxter to grab him. That'll stop Cornette getting in there.
He sticks Cornette. Meanwhile, it's Motley and Grimes in the ring, and I think we have run out of time on the Power Hour.
Yes, we have. We'll see you next week. Regular time, Saturday at 11 for the Power Hour.
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, Adam and Team Hales, that we ran out of time. Heck, we weren't running any spot shows. It really didn't matter. So we just catch up with it and show the highlights the next week. What do you think about that incident, Adam?
Yeah, I just remember it being one talked about that Cornette was pretty upset about it because, like you said, we show the conclusion next week, and I think we literally missed it by seconds as far as getting everything on that one particular episode. So we will see the conclusion of that next week. It'll be episode 77 as we get into October 2nd, 1999. Randy will ask Brian Christopher to come out. You saw what happened today on the show, so we'll see Brian again next week as Randy asked him to come to the studio. We will see the clips from last week, and we'll have Kid Barrett King going against Slick Robbie D and Tony Falk. We saw them in action against each other today, and they'll be teaming up next week, Slick Robbie D and Tony Falk. Brian does a phone interview with Randy, and then Randy begs Brian to come to the studio, promising him a big surprise. So we'll see that. Ali will be in action as well. We saw him today. We'll see him next week. We will show the finish of the cage match that didn't air this week. Jim Cornette will have an interview. We'll see Mick Tierney and Glenn Kulka in action against each other. Kurt Angle will have an interview, and he will go against Bulldog Reigns. And we'll have some more returns next week, Randy. Someone coming back to possibly cause some trouble for Brian Christopher next week. It's going to be another big power hour when he joins.
Jam-packed power hour. Right now, since we're running early today, and I wanted to make sure that people know that might not be here every week. I want you to know the best way to watch the archives of this show, and the best way to do this is go to youtube.com/@Randy Hales. It's the Randy Hales channel. Now you go to that, and there's different tabs. Click on the live tabs, and all the archives of the live shows are there. So that's where you can go to see that action of not only the Power Hour, but of Talking Memphis Wrestling and the Randy Hales Show. Now, on the Randy Hales Show, I did a special show, didn't do a show Friday night, did a special show this past Sunday night that I reviewed a short review on SummerSlam. So my thoughts on SummerSlam is on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out if you're interested. Also, I thought we just had a dynamite power or Talking Memphis Wrestling last week with Chris Ellis and with Bo James. A lot of unique video that was just very good. Now, I'll do the plug on Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We will talk with about Bo James and his announcement from last week. I'll give you a update on that. Here's some of the subject we will discuss. We will continue to talk more about Adrian Street, and we will show a video. We ran out of time last week. We will see Adrian Street, Miss Linda, and Jim Cornette against Bill Dundee and referee Jerry Calhoun, a 4-minute, 15-second video clip of that for sure. So looking forward to that. A question of the day that we ran out of time and didn't get a chance to ask. I'm certainly want to ask that: what Memphis Wrestling match, interview, angle that is not online on YouTube or anywhere else you'd like to see again? We'll talk about that. And I want everybody to think about that. We will also show to get Pat's reaction and Michael St. John's reaction on the Lawler Porkchop Cash Gorgeous George Jr. deal that we showed last week, certainly. And we will air that tomorrow night just so they can see it. And those of you that missed it, we'll have that for you. We also, as we talk about what thing is not available, I have 3 things. The Al Green, Jackie Fargo setup for the hair match with the world famous interview from Al Green. Number 2 was from 1973, Jerry Lawler dressed up as a woman and attacked Jerry Jarrett in a TV match for the Southern Tag Team Championship. I think it was Jackie Fargo and Jerry Jarrett scheduled against Lawler and Jim White. Lawler didn't show up, and it was chaos. Also, the famous deal where Jerry Lawler, as a part of the Lawler's army, gave Plowboy Frazier fake diamonds, and Jerry Jarrett exposed that. We'll also review the Cody Rhodes documentary, American Nightmare, Becoming Cody Rhodes. We will also talk about All In coming up in Wembley, $9 million so far. It's the most ambitious week in AEW history. All Out is coming up as well. We will talk about the WWE quarterly report for the second quarter of the year. We will talk about Vince McMahon having serious spinal surgery. Also, federal authorities executed a search warrant and served the federal grand jury subpoena on Vince. We'll talk about that in detail. Again, more detail on the second quarter earnings. Just a packed show on the Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night. And Andrew Calvin Jr., I'm doing good. Little problem in real life, but that's okay. We will also do a review of SummerSlam that I enjoyed very much. They set records in viewership, live gates, sponsorships, and merchandise. Man, everybody's good. I'm good. We're all good. My buddy Will, my friend, my good friend Tony's son. Was it true that Sid Vicious lost his contract with the WWE because he was addicted to softball? He chose playing softball over going to WWE events. And well, good to hear from you, and good to hear from my real good friend, Crazy Gail Brooks. Hope everything is doing well. Everything's doing great. Looking forward to everything coming up Tuesday night. Then, if I have time, the Randy Hale Show Friday night. Final words real quick from Adam Dunn.
I'll just say real quick, also, don't forget Wayne's World will be going on this week as well. And, of course, join us right back here next Monday night for the Power Hours. We'll get the conclusion of that big cage match, Randy.
For Adam Dunn, this is Randy Hales, along with Team Hales, saying bye-bye, everybody.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.